Dust Your Sets. It is 94 Feet of Life, sponsored by The Scene, capital T, lowercase HE, all capital letters, SCEN on YouTube, Facebook page, Scene, SCEN, all capital letters. 94 Feet of Life is a Facebook group. Remember, like, subscribe, follow, notifications on, because if you're watching us, you might win some money. You might win you a trip. You never know what can happen, so you got to mess with us. Listen, it's that time of the year, college basketball preview. So we had to bring in Jay Ham, Trav, MJ, and we got a special guest with the king of I-94 East and West. That's our main man, G2, Greg Jones in the building. G2 Hoops. We're going to definitely talk about his tournament coming up this season. We're going to all the things he's had going on. If you're not following the man on Facebook, you might want to. A lot going on over there.
It might be too late. Get 5,000. You might have got to get him on the ground.
Yeah. Wow, that's how we starting? Okay.
That's how we through.
I speak facts. That's it.
So, fellas, before we get into the adventures of G2 later on the show, get to this season, man. Ham, I want to start with you in particular. We go Ham and then G2. I'm going to get right to it. You don't like to keep our guests waiting. Big expectations in Shelby County, Tennessee this year. Got them boys coming out in spiders or slingshots. You look, opening practice looked like a Hype Williams video. What is going on with the Memphis Tiger basketball team, man? It's a lot going on, and it's big expectations this year.
Anticipation, man. I mean, finally, I think what's trying to be put together is getting on path to being put together. You know what I'm saying? You finally getting the pieces together. Still got a little PTSD from the Wiseman situation. It's like, okay, we still kind of waiting like on the whip, like, hey, what's next? Because also we still ain't got like a final result in terms of the punishment in regards to Penny on there too. So that's something that people not really thinking about. But to overshadow that, it's like, yo, we got some hitters. We got a 17-year-old hitter that's going to be 18. He already got a good influence in town because he kicking with the pro superstar. He live with Ja like that now. You know what I'm saying? So one of those deals. You got the Lawsons coming back pretty much home, to the home base. Alex Lomax is going into his 12th season playing for Penny. This is legit. He's going into his 12th season.
Junior high school, and now.
And I look at his role as being one of the most vital, kind of in the sense to where like how Andre Allen was in 2008. You know what I'm saying? To be that veteran leader, to keep things in balance, help the young guys along, keep everybody in check. Just be that. He's been there for 12 years. When you talk about just being under that umbrella, so it's like he got NBA time with an NBA dude. He know how to, at this stage, and he's a senior too, he know how to be a pro. You got Tyler Harris back, got a lot of home cooking back, so it's a lot of anticipation. I'm looking forward to it, but it's with, like you said, with the spiders and the whole presentation and the Apollo Creed entrances and all that kind of fly shit. We gotta have some results.
Hey, they made me go get the shoe.
Hey, I don't blame you.
They made me go get the shoe. The Tiger, I had to go get them just off of that. I won. Let me go cop.
G2 MJ. Talking further about Memphis, and I think Amani Bates it's certainly not a one-man gang in Memphis. They got talent up and down the board, but Amani Bates is the headliner. And the expectations, we're talking, and Ham certainly as a historian, you can tell me if I'm wrong, other than maybe Penny coming off the Prop 48, and year one of Derrick Rose. This is as anticipated a player that has been on Memphis's campus. Other than those two, I can't think of one. You might go back to some Keith Lee.
Wags.
Oh yeah, definitely
Wags.
one Wags. Yeah.
Yeah, Wags. Because Wags came kind of with the package with Cal. Cal was here first, and then we knew Wags was coming. So yeah, that year of anticipation to build up. But Wags, then when he got here, it was like, oh shit. Because I remember when they were still running the Bluff City Classic, and just the rumor of him showing up at the Bluff. They sold out the Bluff. I mean, you couldn't. The Bluff is free, but you couldn't get in no more. Fire marshal shut it down. so he didn't show up though.
So D2 with MJ looking at this. Memphis is preseason number 12 in the AP poll. I think ESPN had them as high as like 6 as of like 2 weeks ago. Is the expectations, are we putting too much on them? For lack of a better word.
Myron, you want to go? You want me to go?
I'll go first. So I always start off every college season and end every college season with the same phrase. Hey, y'all either go get it or y'all not. But I'm going to start it off. Grown man hoops is something that you got to deal with. So all these freshmen, all these one and dones ain't going to mount to this upper class shit. This is grown man hoops. Like, yes, y'all got 3 lottery players on y'all roster right now. And Jalen Duran, and Josh Minot, and obviously in Imani Bates, who is going to be groomed to play point guard by probably one of the best point guards that I've ever seen play, damn and deaf to injuries. However, the beautiful thing about college basketball is the style of play. I could just sit a dude in that middle, and he ain't going nowhere. Purdue has the plug for 7-3 guys. I need to get the connect. Who's the connect to get the 7-3 dudes? Because they have a 7-3 dude every year. And if I could get him and I'll trade him, he'll probably be the next Yao Ming. I have him right. But I need to know the plug on the 7-3 dudes because they always have one. Gonzaga always have a skilled big man. Now they got 2 of them. And y'all gonna hate Chet Holmgren and Drew Timme. Y'all gonna hate them because I know some of y'all a little bit racist with y'all hoops. But these dudes can hoop. I'm sorry. Y'all not going to like what they going to do this season. Y'all ain't going to like it. A lot of these teams, they going to be putting it on them, and they going to be talking to them, and they going to be having some swag about it, and y'all going to get mad. I'm just warning you right now. So I just named a couple of teams that's just like, slow down. I mean, they're going to be fun to watch. They're going to sell a lot of tickets with the conference that they're in. I expect them to win at least 27 games. But that tournament is about grown men. The question is, can Larry Brown, can Rasheed Wallace, can Penny Hardaway, the rest of that coaching staff, get them to mature in 30 games in comparison to all these other individuals who had to mature in 4 years or 3 years or even longer? So I think I lobbed it up good enough for Greg to dunk it. So Greg, talk to the people.
I think, Memphis they in an interesting place this year because, well, before I do that, is Earl Timberlake, is he eligible to play this year? Is he good to go? Do y'all know?
I don't think they sorted that out yet.
If he's eligible to play right away, then they're gonna look a little bit different if he is. Memphis is one of those towns. One, it's a basketball town, like through and through. And you see what Ja is doing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I think like this might be the first year in a very long time where the pro team and the college team both have the excitement and the buzz throughout the city. Like it hasn't been like that in a very long time that both of them was like must see TV, sold out. Like it's gonna be crazy.
It's never happened, G.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so that's the different air that these kids are about to breathe right now. And I think that they're going to be ready for it. I just hope the fan base supports through the up and downs that they may have because they are young. I like one of the kids like people don't talk about, and I saw him as a 15-year-old playing for team final, and I was like, man, this kid gonna be good. Is the John Camden kid from Philly, the white kid. He could play, and he's kind of like that Mike Miller-esque type of player but he's athletic though. Like he got a little pop to him. And I think if they can put it all together, it's going to be a successful season. I think like y'all was talking about with Lomax, I think for them to have success, Lomax is going to have to be Mateen Cleaves 2.0. If he can somehow channel that, I think that they're going to be fine. I don't think that they're going to make it to the Final Four just because of what Myron was talking. Like Purdue's good. Like Purdue's really, really good this year. You know, Gonzaga's good. My man Musselman, he reloaded in Arkansas. Villanova's Villanova. You know what I mean? And Coach K's last go around, his world tour, that team loaded down there in Durham. That team, right. And we talking about freshmen that being ready. I hate to say it, but they got a freshman down there that's going to be juggernaut this year. Like I don't see too many people, freshmen or 10th year seniors, that's about to stay in front of him. It just ain't going to happen. You know what I mean? But I think for everything that the city of Memphis embodies, this is about to be a special year, regardless if that team wins a national championship. Now, if they do somehow get there and win, I might move to Memphis myself.
Hey.
I might have to come down.
Wait till the violation period go away because I don't think they're going to let that happen.
Hey, you know what's so crazy about that? I don't know what it is, but in regards to like to the NCAA, it's just something about Memphis they just don't like. I don't know what it is.
I do.
Oh, go ahead and speak on it.
Actually, we need another show. Trav, we're gonna have to plan a live for the kitchen on this one.
I already know.
We've already kind of got through the meat of it, and there's a lot of meat to get through. There's a whole lot to unpack with that because a lot of it is psychological. A lot of it is just that rebellious nature, of course. Look at the way that Penny kind of went about the Wiseman deal is partially why. That's an example.
It's like okay, of course.
Think New Age Georgetown.
It's worse than that, and I'm gonna tell you why it's worse.
It's worse.
Okay, so of course I went through it personally with my kid Kareem before he passed away, and I saw like everything I had to do to make sure the NCAA was cool with him being there, and they still made him sit out a year. And I'm like, yo, like what's going? And then someone had to be like, they tapped me on, hey, Greg, okay, we about to give you an update on why this happens at Memphis. And when they broke it down, I was like, okay, this is interesting. Now, the thing about Georgetown that, so Georgetown, to me, and this is my opinion, I don't think it's a basketball program on the face of the earth, amateur status wise, that has the value of what Georgetown basketball is. And the reason I say that is because of what Big John did. He was like we've said on the podcast before, like it is the only black people that go to Georgetown is if your parents is a diplomat or you playing basketball.
But to us, it was the first HBCU, you know.
It is. Everybody had a Hoya starter jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had the Hoya shorts with the kente cloth on the like. Everybody had those. Like it wasn't to the point. I remember my grandma. May she rest in peace. My grandma Emma used to make quilts and had the Georgetown Hoya patches in the quilt.
Oh wow!
Like, and white people didn't like that. They did not like that it was a big black man on Capitol Hill running shop. And in the first few years, while he was losing, they was cool with it. because he losing. All right, we just gave him something cool. When he turned that corner and started to win, oh wait a minute. And black kids, there's more black kids on this campus.
And he like this to them.
And the crazy, like for the viewers that are watching and that will be listening to this, go read his book. If you ain't read the book yet, go read the book. Like he did everything from, you know, being the first to do so many things in relation to black players and black coaches. He was, and people don't know this, he was the highest paid Nike coach until he left, until he retired. Like, people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Rayful Edmonds, that whole situation. Bro, like, we don't, these are like real life stories that when you tell other people that don't really know nothing about Georgetown, it sounds like folk tales.
Speaking of folk tales, speaking of legends, we got to talk about one that we talked about, riding off into the sunset. Mm-hmm. Coach K, the last ride. And that relates you back to Trav, Kentucky. I'm gonna put Trav on trial. Trav, you gotta be on trial today. Les ain't here. This is about to be year 10.
I already know, man.
This is about to
be
Did you say this is about to be year 8 that he hasn't won?
10. 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
Anthony,
it was 12 when it was.
2012.
Wow.
12 in 2012, so it's going on.
I'm gonna go Trav. The Trav representing Blue Nation. I know Ham is a coach, is a Duke guy. So Trav, 10 years without a chip. We know Cal done sent billions, literally, of NBA contracts to the league, but 10 years without a chip. At what point do we get to start asking real questions about Cal?
That's a very tough question, because Cal, without getting a championship, he has saved lives. He saved family lives. He saved kids' lives. We just talked about DeJuan Wagner, saved his life. So if the school is looking at it that way, Cal can be lifetime. But if they looking about winning, all I can say is, and I hate to say this name, but if Adolph Rupp was living, what would he do? He would have fired him. He would have got rid of him.
Yeah, for sure.
He would have got rid of it. Would have got rid of Cal. But it's a different generation, a different day, a different age. Players are actually being advertised too. Mm-hmm. Would Cal? It's a difference. But as far as us on 94 Feet of Life, if some don't happen, it may be some things we got to speak about, because we know we got an attorney we got an attorney Big Shot. He's getting up all the data.
Oh yeah. Because I'm cool with what Cal is doing. I'll be very clear. I am not saying Cal should be fired. I'm gonna be very clear about this.
We gotta talk though.
But I believe when every time I see Cal, he got somebody's jersey behind his head. I got this all-star that I was on my squad. I got this all-star that was on my squad. That's cool. I'm all good with saving. Everything you said, Trey, I'm good with. But at some point, you can't have the most talent every year and go 10 straight without a chip.
But Ron, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Does he really have the best talent every year, though?
I'll play this. He may not have the best talent.
Mm-hmm.
You on my TV with all the one and done jerseys behind your head. I ain't asked you to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm so glad you mentioned that, Big Shot, because
to me,
I'm gonna tell you what happened. Go ahead, MJ. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened.
I don't expect that he should have went to the Final Four 10 straight years and he should have won 5 out of 10. But with all that talent, John Calipari should never go a full decade without a chip. Never.
But-
Not with $5 billion of contract in the league.
Hey, John Calipari is selling burgers in a vegan place. That's the
That's
problem.
facts. Facts.
He's selling
Go
burgers
where I'm going.
in
Keep
the
going.
establishment. Beef burgers with beef bacon, all of the grease that nobody's eating. I just told you it's grown man hoops. Yet you keep picking 5 one and dones every year. They're not going to be ready for this grown man hoops. Even though talent-wise, they are going to be perfect for a GM that is salivating at the mouth to be able to throw a 4-year contract at a dude who is going to probably average 25 points a game by the time he get age 21.
Mhm.
But this ain't the same game we playing.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's the difference
And,
between college football and college basketball. If you have the most talent, you have to stay 3 years in college football, no matter what. So Nick
Right.
Saban can still have the most talent and still win because that freshman he picked up, whether he redshirt, whether they true freshman or not, they got to wait their turn.
Yeah.
You
So-
have
And
what upperclassmen do they
Okay.
have?
I got a question for all y'all then. So we can say Coach Cal was the first one to really embrace the one and done rule, right?
True.
In a different universe, we'll just say, has the one and done rule and what he embraced, has that surpassed him? And the reason I say
would
that is
say no.
because he's not, well, I don't know. He's my Coach Cal's my guy and everybody, right? But he doesn't get the same one and dones that he used to get.
right. And also, here's why I say no to that. It hadn't surpassed him because what he's done to the administration is sell them exactly what MJ would just say. He settled the beef burgers in a vegan spot, but he sold them on the fact that the way that we have to do this and keep this pumping, if I'm going to keep this young talent pumping in like this, getting to that second weekend is going to have to be an acceptable standard. And y'all going to have to leave me the hell alone beyond it. If I'm continuing, because he's gotten to that check, that's been key of where he's gone. He's gotten to that
That's
second
tough.
weekend of the tournament.
That's tough.
He get to the Sweet 16, Elite 8, they can rock with that. Okay, we'll extend them. Because see, also, this goes back to selling the beef burgers in the vegan spot. He a cone popper. He can talk.
Yep.
He can sell whatever it is.
Talk
The same
his
way
he talk his ass off.
Yeah.
He sold that whole angle, and I don't even know this for fact. I just kind of this is the temperament that I'm getting from the Kentucky people. He sold that the same way that when Memphis was playing in the pyramid and the Grizzlies were getting ready to get FedEx Forum built. When we want to play in them, you got an arena. That's you. The pyramid was built for Memphis, the University of Memphis. It was built for the Tigers. That's your building. When we want to play in the NBA arena for recruiting purposes, and the people in Memphis bought it, but it's like food. Everybody playing NBA arenas now. That's like saying, okay, when we play on national TV. Everybody play on national TV. Yeah. He settled them some on something that's already the game.
So J Ham, if Cal was at any other blue blood, would he still be there?
The only I can't
like the real blue bloods.
Like UCLA, he'll be there. He'll be
there. They got
there.
rid of Ben Howland.
He will be there.
Ben Howland was winning. And they got Ben Howland out of them.
He can't talk like he talk. He can't talk like Cal talk.
He can't pop cone like John. That's the whole hustle.
In LA?
Man, Cal
selling pop cone like John International, Worldwide West.
Cal selling water to a well now. He's selling water to a well.
I don't know. Oh, okay. IU.
Coach Cal is Pat Riley.
No.
IU no. He can if he pulled IU, that's a whole different level of pivot.
You know what? He didn't beat the Bobby Knight Ghost. He didn't beat if that happens. Because that Bobby Knight aura is gonna stay in Indiana, man.
What's funny about what game went to this for Kentucky though. Billy Gillispie being so bad is what because they didn't want Cal. They couldn't stand him. They didn't want no parts of it. And then they got to taste the Billy Gillespie, saw what that was like. They're like, man, come on. And then they got it, and then they got some stuff done in short order. And from there, he just pimped it the rest of the way.
But I think that's what helped Cal though, because when you look at the other blue bloods, like no matter if it was Bobby Knight, if it was Dean Smith, Roy Williams leaving Kansas,
Right.
everyone had big shoes to fill from day one.
Yeah.
Whereas Cal didn't have that. Like he had a buffer and grace period because of who he was coming after, and it was just like, look, man, this get us out of here.
Right.
And
That's
I don't
good
think that
point,
they
too.
even it had. I don't think the powers that be in Lexington even thought he was going to have that much success as quick as he did. I think that they were just looking at it from a standpoint of like, man, get us out of this mess we got ourselves in.
Right.
And he got that one thing, that one like cachet and check mark over everybody in regards to the one and done era. He was the first one to win with three freshmen started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
So-
what I'm saying? He got it
Which-
done.
Switching us up to Duke now.
Mm.
Coach K started coaching Duke 1980. So basically, he's the only coach any of us have ever known
Mm-hmm.
at Duke. Walking away at the end of the year. I'm not a Duke fan, but I think it would be blasphemous for me to not pretend that Coach K is not one of the, arguably, if you can talk Wooden, he's in the category with the Woodens.
Mhm.
He's in that level of coach, man. And so now only let's talk about his last year. As Greg talked about, he got maybe the next monster on his roster in Paolo, but just kind of the Coach K legacy. Because Coach K is another one he's kind of transformed himself. You know, Coach K was like king of the 4 years. Leitners, Hills, Johnny Dawkins. Then he went through kind of a rough spot after Hurley and them left. So he said, skip it. Let me get some of these dudes that's not going to get no degree. Let me get these court get them brands. And he kind of transformed himself and had a whole nother dynasty, the Boozers and all of them. And then he won again with Okafor and Tyus. He's managed to kind of really stay until these last couple years, arguably, but for like 35, 37 years. Coach K was all them trends. He one and done era, 4 year era. He wanted every stage of this college thing that you could.
And one with the pros on the international level. So you
One
got
with-
that one too.
Yeah.
I think that's when it changed for him though, when he started to coach USA basketball.
He
Like,
got
when
back
he's-
on track for him, yeah.
He
It added a
was able to-
credibility for him.
Yep. He was able to reset, and he was able to spend time with the pros, but it also gave him him just a direct pipeline to the up and coming players, because at that time when he took over, Nike had the Skill Academy, so it was like Steve Nash Academy, KD Academy, Bronze Academy, Stoudemire's Academy, and then it started. So he had front row seat of seeing these kids coming through USA basketball who wanted to be Kobe, who wanted to be Bron, who and then they end up turning into a Kyrie, you know what I mean, or someone else. So I think that helped him a lot.
You ain't got to stretch though. If y'all know what that is.
Yeah.
No, I
Now-
mean, Coach K. No, and I'm gonna get this back to Big Shot.
You got-
Coach K obviously is like the epitome of college coaches standard for the fact that he done it in different ways. But you know, you could just tell when it's your time, it's your time,
Mhm.
and you could tell that he's kind of lost his ability to relate to today's kids, especially in this day and age. It was different when, you know, we all know this amateur thing is kind of a crock. And for the most part, a lot of the kids were savvy with business, but it wasn't like in your face like this. You know what I mean? And, you know, when a kid knows that he's a commodity, you know, you can't talk to him the same way how you used to. Because back in the day, it was like when you was at Duke, this is Coach K. You stand in line. Nowadays, these kids, they like, I'm doing Duke a favor. I'm bringing my brand to Duke. And that's the mentality shift. And it's like, it's better that he get out of here because he's going to mess around and say something or do something that's going to tarnish his legacy. It's, people forget he was coached by Coach Knight.
Right.
So don't think he ain't got no savage in him now. Coach K is a whole savage.
And he a Chicago dude.
Him in the huddle. He a whole savage.
And he a Chicago dude.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, Myron, like you made brought up a good point though. And with the new age amateur athlete, right, that's bringing their brand to a school, those kids that have that mindset, right? And this is for everyone.
Yes.
How many of them are actually having success? The ones that have that mindset, that's how they come in on college campus, how many of them are really having success?
Very few. Very few.
So it's kind of like it's like the new age collegiate athlete with the NIL deals, with social media, being famous, quote unquote, before you even do something. It's kind of created like this Bermuda Triangle where they're getting lost.
Mm-hmm. What's that transfer portal looking like again?
Man, crazy.
Now,
Crazy enough. And it's go ahead, Ron.
Speaking of the transfer portal, I want this. It leads me to my next team we're going to talk about, and that's the team that basically did the NWO in 1997 and 1998, and that's Texas. Texas just went through and just said, we're just going to make us a whole new team. It's just Coleman, Jones, and then it's a bunch of dudes. Now, Texas is a team that's getting a lot of Final Four hype. The thing that scares me about Texas, when you change over a roster that much, like when they talk about wholesale changes, that's wholesale.
Texas CC.
Man.
They moved like a JUCO this shit.
Moving real JUCO-y, real St. Jacinto. So, Greg, I know you connect, not, you know what I'm saying? Greg, does Texas, is this too much change at once? Or do they have so many players that they just gonna overwhelm people with the talent?
I think first and foremost, I think that Chris Beard has a real good staff. Right. I think he has a staff that is relatable to the kids that he has on roster. And I think even though Chris Beard is like a hard-nosed, like new age, wow, my goodness, I'm Bobby Huggins in a sense. I think he has the people on staff that can reel the kids back in once he gets on. Okay. I just think that I just don't know what the Big 12 is going to really look like. And I think between the Big 12 and the Big 10 is like you'll mess around and kill yourself in conference play and don't have nothing left for the tournament.
That's the Big 10 all the time.
You know, and it's crazy because it turns into, okay, well, what means more, a Big 10 title or actually advancing in the tournament and getting a national championship?
Can we change the Big 16, by the way? It's like 20 teams in there. Go ahead.
So like I said, I think Texas is going to be good. I don't think they're a Final Four team. I don't think they are. Just because I just think it's quite a few teams that are just better than them. I think it also going to depend on what's the point guard from Missouri.
Ramey.
Courtney Ramey.
Courtney Ramey, yeah.
I want to see if he actually takes that next step and his maturation and just getting better. Because it's one of those things that like now, I mean, they used to have like their little barking at each other between him and Matt Coleman. They used to kind of go at it a little bit. And then when you who's the other kid that left that got drafted? Greg Brown?
Greg Brown.
Yeah, that's hard to replace him. Like he was kind of like one of those like unicorn types. You know what I mean? So like I think Chris Beard is a good enough coach that he's going to coach them to some wins. I just want to see when they get in that grind mode, when you really got to grind out a win. I want to see if they fold or not.
Matt Coleman is gonna be on J Ham. We're gonna have J Ham create the all you been here all forever team. Cause Matt Coleman definitely played with Roy L. Ivy, man. He was on with Roy, Kevin Durant, DJ Augustine, man.
We gonna call it the all-color shirt squad. He ain't had a gray shirt, a red shirt, a medical shirt.
Boy's been in school for a long time, man.
Wait, Matt Coleman stayed with DJ Ford, man.
They milking it. They milking that financial aid. But they milking.
So let's swing over to a little bit to the ladies. I'm gonna go rapid fire on this one. I'm gonna go Trav, Ham, MJ. I'm gonna swing it back to G2 on the last one. It's a simple question. Paige or Caitlin?
You start with me first.
Whoever want to go. Whoever is brave enough.
I'm looking for a coin to flip. Like, just give me Paige.
Give me whoever you don't want.
I'll take
Damn,
Paige.
Trav took my answer, but
give me whoever you don't want, because both of them girls, they slapped off. Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's satisfactory either way, and satisfactory is being very generous. Either way with them, you know what I'm saying? So, but I take Paige just for the sake of.
Yeah, I'm sticking with mine. G2 is on you, man.
So you said out of those two, right?
Yeah, now we know it's talk about here shortly, but just
those two, Paige. I mean, we saw it in the tournament. Caitlin Clark is an exceptionally great offensive player, but she can't guard nobody. And that hurts Iowa, because Iowa plays a certain way because their team looks a certain way, because their team comes from a certain part of the country, and they just struggle with that. So
he said they come from a certain part of the country. They have struggled with
it. They struggle.
I understand exactly what you.
I'm sure everybody that's on here, they gonna know what I'm talking about too. So
we know the same thing that I be saying about.
Did you talk with your publicist before you got on here?
Anything with college football that's not in the SEC, anything that's below Kentucky, outside like Oregon and Ohio.
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so yeah, I go Paige on that one.
It's just different.
Yeah.
Offensively though, man, both of them chicks are explosive.
Hey, games I can play. I think Paige is a better talent, better talent, but I've not seen too many women with just sort of that. Just some people who could just score, just that. They're gonna find a way to put the ball in the basket somehow.
Hey, Ryan, you know what's so crazy about that? This 2020 class is really, really good. Like that class that we saw was like, it's some kids that we haven't even talked about that are gonna have breakout years this year. But when you look at perimeter wise, the 2021 class is better than them.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is going to be playing right alongside Paige, and that's AZ Fudd.
I was just about to ask you.
About to go to next.
Yes.
Talk to us. I know she had the knee injury. Was it a knee injury?
Mm-hmm. She tore ACL with USA Basketball. But
she was another one. The video that went viral of her shooting just buckets, crazy. Mm-hmm. You about her, and some people in the group who are up on the wing and said, so she's next, huh?
She's one of them. She's probably, and when I say this, don't fall out your chair or nothing like that. She's probably the closest thing we're going to see to Amaya Moore. From coming in a day one as far as strength, athleticism, like pull up on the dime jump shot, getting everybody involved. Like she's gonna be the closest thing that we've seen to her.
Yeah, Maya was tough, and Maya wasn't no.
And then the crazy man, this class is as good because then you got to go down to South Carolina with Dawn. That Dawn got some dogs.
She gonna keep him. She gonna keep him.
She gonna keep
us,
them, but
yeah.
she got 3. She got 3 of them right now in that freshman class that are different. And you add that to the class, like to the team you already had. It's one young lady that's gonna be down there. Well, it's a few of them, but Rivers is really good. But Bree Hall to me, watching her, she's from Ohio, watching her in high school basketball, getting a chance to watch her at the Who's Next All-American game in San Antonio during Final Four. She will have glimpses of Shamika Holtzclaw. Like you're gonna see that type of person out of her.
Mm.
Like you're gonna see that, and you're gonna be like, man, she a freshman. Like I think that it's gonna be South Carolina and somebody else in that national championship game. I don't know who else it's gonna be, but it's gonna be South Carolina, somebody else.
South Carolina is the Villanova to women's basketball.
Yeah.
Their proof of concept is what it is.
They
And
keep.
you know what you're getting when you go to Dawn. You know she is going to get on your nerves, but she is only going to demand nothing but the best from you.
Yeah.
And she's going to talk to you in a way in which you might question your womanhood.
Yeah.
But
you
will out a better Uber.
Facts.
Now, I don't know how long that style gonna
But the
last,
crazy part about it is that she went somewhere in the University of South Carolina where women's basketball was an afterthought. Like no one paid attention to South Carolina women's basketball like that. And in a very short time frame, she changed the whole culture down there to where you got more fans show up for the women's games than the men's games.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the men's team, like Frank Martin's not a slouch or nothing like that.
They went to the Final Four.
You see, and right.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
okay.
With some
Trav,
grown men.
Trav, that's a great statement you made. How many teams in the last 7 years had men's and women's in the Final Four?
Outside
Not
of
too many.
UConn,
Not besides UConn and not even Tennessee. Because when they girls were winning, Tennessee dudes wasn't winning like that. Not too many.
Gonzaga's went,
Gonzaga girls did it before though. You're right, Big Shot.
they got close. They made it to the Final
I think they went. I think they did. Was it the men's or was it the men's that didn't make it and the women's made it, or vice versa?
I can't remember.
Baylor they got close a couple times.
Yeah.
close to. They've been right
Like
there.
that's so what she's doing, and like I mean, if y'all know, like especially at the collegiate level and at the pro level, the hardest person to play for is a former point guard.
Man.
Yeah.
The hardest. But if you can survive that, you're gonna get paid. If you can survive it, you're gonna get paid. And Dawn, like she's on them, all day, but she shows that she loves them and they believe in her.
Mm-hmm.
She's
like that. She has that motherly role with them of like, I'm gonna get in your behind, but we about to win, and you're gonna get paid. She's almost kind of like going full circle back to Coach Cal. She's almost like the female Coach Cal in regards to how she's able to go into households and take someone's daughter and say, by the time you get your daughter back in 4 years, she's gonna be a grown woman and be able to make money on her own.
It's a lot of Cal. It's a lot of Pat Summit.
Yeah.
Vibes going on with Dawn. I love it.
And it's one more person.
Okay.
The man that made Temple be Temple.
Chaney.
Yeah.
That's a guy right there.
Well, she a Philly native.
And that's
Philly
what it
cat.
is. That's
She's
that
a
Philly
cat. That's that Philly.
So we like to do some fun rapid fire to end the show. But before we do that, G2, I want you to plug your tournaments. Because I want to, let's get the word out about your tournaments. And then we're going to get into some fun rapid fires with the guys to close the show out.
Okay. Man, so this year, we're only going to have 2 of the events this year. We're going to have the Hoops for Pink tournament first. That's girls basketball. It'll be located at Bishop Noel Institute in Hammond, Indiana. And to be from December 27th through the 29th. We got some pretty talented young ladies playing. Detroit Edison's coming back this year. They should be in the top 10. Silver Creek won 3A state championship last year. They're playing. Bishop Knoll. It's going to take us a few games to kind of get locked and loaded, but this team's going to be really, really fun. And it's a few more teams that's coming, so that's going to be pretty good. Hoops for Pink's always a good tournament right after Christmas for people to come check out. And we've done a really good job of just having girls get recruited out of that event. And then January 1st, that monster, the Mac Jokes it's kind of turned. It's like this is going into the 5th year, and this is the best year we've had. We've had some real good years though. We've never had just like a bad year. But this year, you're looking at one day of basketball at one high school with 2 gyms featuring 9 games and over 50 Division I prospects will be taking the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw sign up on your page.
So we got the number 1 matchup in Indiana high school basketball, which is also a top 10 matchup in regards to the country in the season. That's Cathedral versus La Lumiere. At any given point, it would be at least 9 Division I players on the floor at any given point in that game. Then you got Bosco's doing a really good job. Dave Mervello, he's doing a good job. This is the first year they had a national high school team. They're going to play the young boys from St. Rita. St. Rita, they got some they young, but they talented. Man, they real talented. You know what I mean? You have Crown Point girls won a 4A state championship last year. They have Jessica Carruthers going to IUPUI. Lily Sauter's going to Purdue. They're facing off against La Lumiere, whose girls program is now at a national level. And they're led by point guard Denham DeShields, who is Diamond DeShields' little sister that played for the Chicago Sky. You have Hammond Central led by Jordan Woods. They're going to take on Arsenal Tech featuring Reggie Bass. He just decommitted from University of Illinois. He's a 4-star level kid as well. So I expect him to be signed into a top 20 team before it's all said and done with him. You have Detroit Renaissance boys and girls coming loaded. Gary 21st Century is playing. They're led by Ashton, who's a top 100 kid in the 2023 class.
Yep.
We have Lincoln Park out of Chicago. They have, I think by the end of this year, he'll be in the top 25, top 50 in his class. A big, I think that.
Coach Jennings. Shouts out to him.
Yep. Yep. You have, it's loaded, man. It's I want to say it's 3 girls basketball games and then 6 boys nonstop action. And I think this is going to be kind of similar to how the PK80 was a couple years ago when they was basically going across the street to watch other games and coming back across the street. It's just now just in one building and you just going to the North Gym versus the South Gym. And it's just going to be all day fun and excitement. I expect it to be a packed house, not only in attendance for the supporters and fans and families, but also college coaches as well, because La Lumiere, I think they just put out the rankings. They're top 10 in the country. And they feature probably the best, to me, he might be the best point guard in that junior class in Jeremy Fears. He's from Joliet. He can play. He could play. It's gonna be fun. Like this is gonna be fun, and it's one of those things that now I think the Mac Jokes Invitation has turned into one of those events. It's like if you say this is who you are, you got to come play.
So definitely, man, we will definitely make sure that we plug that to the fullest.
Matter of fact, how about if y'all are available, what we can do is, man, y'all could do like a live podcast episode during the at the school. We can put it together.
You know what, MJ? We might do something. We might go across the border real quick, man.
Hey, to me, I lived over there for a while.
Y'all playing, man. Y'all playing.
We might have to come
We could do that, and during the interview, during the podcast episode, can have some of the coaches come. Y'all interview the coaches, some of the kids.
Fred Nuss with a good time.
I'm for real. I mean, because it's that's what it's turned into. Like it's like, and like I tell people, it's like, you know, we did it the right way, in the sense of like Myra remembers the first year. The first year we had it, I had Sunrise was like number 2 in the country that year when we first had it, and people was like, well, what is this? Because there's no way these kids are in high school. There's no way they're that good. There's no way, you know, Greg has this team coming to the region to play. Why would they come here and play? And to see what has happened from the first year to this year, it's not another event. Definitely not in Indiana that can back that up. And then across state line in Chicago, like the only one you can really mention is Chicago League Classic. Like that's the only one you can mention.
So look, we stay tuned. We gonna definitely off camera talk about it. We will definitely discuss it because I'm rolling with any man that's on the double decker bus. You know what I'm saying? Double decker bus, I'm rolling with it. You knew we was gonna get it. So look, rapid fire was in the show. Ham, I'm gonna start with you. All-time Memphis 5, but you can only have one of D Rose or Penny.
I'm gonna go 1 cent. 1 cent. Man. 1 cent. Give me his OG, Larry Finch. Give me Keith Lee. Ooh.
You gonna say Amani?
No.
No, I know what he was gonna say. Go ahead, but
give me CDR.
There it is.
Give me CDR and I need another OG.
Get you Omar Sneed.
No, I can't go with Omar Sneed. Can't go with Omar Sneed. I take Snap before I took Omar Sneed.
Hey, that ain't bad.
Give me Larry Keenan. Let me go with another OG that played with Larry Finch.
Trav.
Yo.
All-time Calipari 5 at Kentucky.
A Calipari. I'm glad you put that together. John Wall, Anthony Davis. John Wall, Anthony Davis. Boogie Cousin.
Ooh.
D Book.
Yeah.
And Jamal.
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray.
MJ, you know, I'm coming your way.
Yeah, I'm here.
You coming your way. G2, don't try to run it high. Come off mute because you next.
Jesus Christ.
MJ, the not so lucky lefty because he's skilled like that.
Oh,
MJ's 5 all left-handed team. From college, it don't matter what happened in the pros.
Okay.
Ooh.
It don't matter what happened in the pros. Left-handers.
Let me first start off with the Memphis killer. Nick Van Exel.
Yeah, that's a great place to start.
Hey, we're gonna start there. We're gonna go ahead, take it to Rhode Island. I'm gonna get 2 from Rhode Island. I'm gonna get Katino Mo. And I'm gonna get Lamar Odom.
Lamar, right.
Mm-hmm. Then
you cheating already.
Go all the way to the Navy and get David Robinson.
I don't want to play no more.
Hey, this is loaded.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't want to play no more.
Yeah. So with the 4th dude, I gotta go with the dude who made the NIL possible. Ed O'Bannon. That's a nasty squad. Hey,
wow.
Hold on. and we run in Tarks Amoeba.
Mm.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God, that's nasty.
It's tough.
Filthy.
50.
And we
G2.
giving up 20 points a game. That's it.
Yeah, y'all not, y'all ain't giving them nothing. G2. Greatest 5 women. G2's all ladies team. 5.
WNBA or college?
College.
College.
College?
Don't matter what happened beyond that.
Man. I don't know. I would say, oh my goodness, man.
We put them on
Hose Claw. So Hose Claw, Maya
Uh-huh.
Moore,
Mhm.
Cheryl Miller. I would say let me think. Tarazi. All right, sorry. Is that 5 or 4?
No, that's 4.
Yeah, one more.
We got 4. We got 4.
Sound like you need a PG.
Yeah, that's tough. It would for PG. It's either Sue Bird.
Yeah, just saying to keep it, but I know it's tough.
It's tough. I like that. Y'all did well with that.
Man, my brain. Maybe
We
go
got
against Sunfire. You know I wanted Damon on that.
I know you did. I was waiting on it.
That's
Nah,
why I say this.
All right, that was too easy to do that.
That's his guy. I was
Yeah.
waiting on all highest pick. I was waiting on it.
Yeah, nah.
I was waiting on it. So look, 94 Feet of Life is the Facebook group. Scene is the Facebook page. The Scene on YouTube. 94 Feet of Life. We will be back, man, throughout the season, talking again. I always do. Shout out to my man G2 for taking time away from the champagne, from the tournaments, doing other things to grace us with his presence. Shout out to my man MJ, Ham, Trav, Coach Les somewhere in the building, Jern, basketball for the people, by the people. We out.